Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. As always, my name is Shogun Shin and you the audience, and it is Monday, the start of a brand new week, and we are back with some more Final Fantasy 14. We are going through the base game of Shadowbringers for our road to Endwalker, because there are, I think, 16 days left until Endwalker comes out, and I'm pretty excited. I'm super jazzed. But we're running through Shadowbringers. We're gonna be running through Shadowbringers until Endwalker comes out, just to make sure that we're all caught up and up to speed and all that stuff. And last week we got through the first dungeon of Holminster Switch. We brought the Night Sky back to Lakeland, and we are now on our way to the next part, which I believe is Ilmeg. 19 days. 19 days till Earth. Yeah, that's right. An unwelcome guest. The manager of suites is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardons, miss, but do you perchance instead intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it, Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of the night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. Well, if that's the case, I think it's time to just go back to my room. I think it's nap time again. Gonna just not really feeling it. So, I'm sure the Exarch, he's got it well in hand. He's probably got it under control. It's not my problem.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
Yeah? It's an airship. It's there.
Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships.
Ah, neat.
They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
Laxon Loft? That's kind of far away.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
But I guess it's the only place that they can land, so... Even still, though.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoren emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would.
Shit. Exarch, what are you doing in there? Drugs! Shit.
Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty.
Okay.
Vanish.
Oh my god, we're ghosts! Right. Ghosts don't make noise.
Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoren army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
Ranjit.
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
Who knows? Who knows?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His Benevolence Lord Vorthry is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater.
Oh no.
Should
oh
it
no.
transpire that the
bad.
Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution.
We may have did it, but we probably didn't do
however,
it.
that even
And we're still pretty chill about it.
Crystarium
Still pretty
perish,
cool.
nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course,
Gross.
it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
Nope. No artists here. No artists, no assistants here. Nah. Nah, dude.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
Technically, he's not lying. Technically speaking, he's not lying, because I don't think he actually knows what we did to get into Yulmore, so he's technically not lying. Technically speaking.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
It's true. Valther did commission a painting, and we didn't do it, so it makes sense. He knows. He knows.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
He's on to us.
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat.
Why would we assume that it was just an idle threat? I feel like it's way more than just
While we are
that.
grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot, in good conscience, put your people in harm's way.
Valther controls Sin Eaters. Like, he's probably gonna not do
There's
anything
nobody
with
to
them.
say,
Nah,
Master
he
Alphino, but my
wouldn't.
people have been in harm's way since
Nah.
long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
That probably wouldn't be great.
He may have reason to delay.
Oh.
According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Luxon Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
Yes.
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
A thought just occurred to me that I feel like the I'm sorry, generations? Minfilia had kids? Named after her? Seems a little narcissistic.
Of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Maren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you.
Can he enlighten me in like
Alphino,
5
Alize,
words or less?
Would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Woo! War! Usually it kicks me out of the Oculus. I'm a little surprised by that. It typically kicks me out. So we go to the cabinet. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck! Alright, Warren. Thanks. Here? Book to players does not appear to be here. Okay. Next level. Alright. It's not here either. Is there another level before the top, or... No, that is the top, so... Is it... somewhere along the wall? Oh, here we go. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tales of the Oracle of Lights. Have you found the book? Here you go. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. Oh, hey, hold on. Before we get into this, I am probably gonna need some more water for this because I drank a good chunk of it beforehand. Alright, there we go. Alright, so without further ado then. Let's get to learning. It began 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrend. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her, save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm, she became to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Verbert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yomoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet, with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norred on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yumoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care, or rather their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, but by that time, under Lord Vothri's rule, Yulmore had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. How do you know this information? For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yumore's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Sho? Outside? Sure. Alright. Later, nerd. Later, nerd. Us cool kids are gonna blow this popsicle stand. As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the Flood of Light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking about in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Sho? I mean, like, I guess. One's generally been enough, but fine. You know. I feel like I've been doing a pretty okay job. I see you made up your minds. XIV, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yomoran forces at Laxenlob do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmore ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Okay. Sure! Yeah, go for it. It's all you, guys. All you. The Crystarium's resolve. The Exarch is eager to delve into the details of his proposal.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war.
Well, that's not good.
Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far.
Listen to your brain. Your heart's stupid.
Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions.
That would be bad.
The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost. But even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway.
Yeah.
No better than common swindlers, most of them.
Yeah, fuck
Wouldn't
the
know a fair
Yulmorans.
deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Yeah, fuck Yulmore.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck Yulmore, except for the Chais. We stand the Chais.
It appears
Fuck
we have a
Yulmore.
consensus.
Yeah,
Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmore's ultimatum.
Here, here!
Here, here!
My god, these people are fucking crazy. It's the look, they're just like, oh god.
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
Are you really gonna? Why would you let? I feel like
And
letting
there
them plan a rescue is
If Yulmore
not a
wishes
good
to
idea.
denounce us as villains,
Like,
then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
yeah, we'll let the people who are not
We will not
versed
be
in
outdone.
military strategy.
Consider us your partners
We'll
in
let
crime.
them devise the strategy for a military operation. Yeah, that's a good idea.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure.
Okay.
At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
So that way, any soldiers that we find sleeping on the job,
Very
we
good.
kill them.
Cease your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Nice. We get to take orders from Bunny Mommy. I mean, what? So, you will be joining the guard, but however highly the XIV thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Mm-hmm. Where's your salute, soldier? Right. Better. More spirited than the XIV's feeble attempts, certainly. Now, first things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the crystalline mean and report to Cat. She will see you measured and fitted. Really? You actually can't just do a simple salute? Like, it's not hard. Come on, extra. You gotta put your your spirit into it. Let me see your grr face. I feel like the extra's the kind of guy that you're like, get hyped, like let me hear you scream. He just goes, yay. It's like, god damn it, XR. Why? Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it you look like your dashing best for your first outing. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's already fit. But we do have a few things that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well. See to it, and have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to debrief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided whenever possible. I assume we're to be a part of said unit? Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from the Osto Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Sho, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. pincer maneuver. Nice. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil. Chesamile? Chesamil. Melee. Chesamile? Whatever. At Spagriate. Whatever. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far to the imperatives. You may make use of an ammo from the rookery after you have collected the serum, of course. Oh, wait. Shit. I'm an idiot. Lena literally just explained to me to go pick the serum up first and then go to the imperative, and I just was like, alright, time to go to the imperative. Easy. God damn it. She literally just said it. Oh, okay. I thought there was another NPC. I thought it was underneath me in the garden. Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you. It's bitter as sin. Princess kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be crone's kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Wow. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. Didn't. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Thanks. Nope, not here. Going to the rookery. Yes, what do you require of me? An ammo to take you to the imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you will have to go by foot. But I'm part of the operation. What? Excuse me? But wait, there might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. Logistics of war. Dendmai has a task for you should you be willing. I was about to deliver an arrow to Radisca's round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the imperative. If near enough is good for you, you may take the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall ready the ammo for departure at once. Radisca's ground is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It is up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry, and she will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Oh, look at that. Oh, you're delivering that arrow to us? I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see to it that the handler on duty, Zelly Van Thew, if you encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you rightwise. Alright. Well, at least I was already heading there, so that works out. Oh, wait. Yes? Yeah. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah. I'm already heading to the Imperative, so it's whatever. But I was thinking of Fort John. But we actually... it's not the first location. Ah, the last emerald. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. Say, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Mm-hmm. Ha, so that is the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Osto Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Alright, I hate to do this, but I'm going to be right back again, just because I'm actually not feeling too well. My head kind of hurts a little bit, so I'm going to go take something real quick. But I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna splash some water on my face because I'm like hot and I'm cold at the same time. I'm like, I like got hit with a massive wave of fatigue. Alright, we're good, we're good. So, it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. Oh, no, thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. Okay. The Oracle of Light. With the operation fast approaching, Lena means to put you to work. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them. A task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the father from the Amaro launch and see to 4 of the beasts dismissed. Alright. Oh, there. Gwee! 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 That's what they say. The Amaro happily devours the fodder. They say gwee, not que. They say gwee. I don't remember that. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. The Amaro absent-mindedly munches on the fodder. The Amaro is wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out and it accepts the fodder. The Amaro reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. The Amaro are fed. Good. The rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. Alright, let's get this show on the road. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready! During the operation, your gear will be glamour attributes for... Yeah. I feel like we should have moved our forces into Lax and Loft because they basically just set up base here. And it's like, god damn it.
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Alarm? 99. Only dreams now.
Listen, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
It's go time. I really should get the Admiral now. That would entail leveling all the jobs to 80, and I'm like, oh, it's such a pain. So why don't we just fly into... Oh. Whatever. I just think it's weird. It's weird that we're coming from two different sides, and yet we end up all together at the same side. You'd think we would try to meet in the middle, you know?
For the Crystarium!
Keep close to the wall. Over here. There's Alizé. Force of habit.
Leave this to me!
Didn't even notice
Now!
Let's give them a show!
I don't know why. He's just like, all right, that's it. We're done. There's no more.
You're not alone.
honestly didn't even see her down there. She's like, she blends in so well. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Now we gotta make it out. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. It is Ranjit. I don't remember. Do I get to fight Ranjit? Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Okay, so we do fight Ranjit a little bit. Okay.
Be gone!
Jesus, help me. Nah, you're wrecked, idiots. Oh, Carbuncle, no! Carbuncle, come back! I really should be dodging these, but at the same time, meh. Wait, is the dragon's name Gukumats? Or is that like the type of like monster it is? Cause he says, I always thought Gukumats was like a martial art or like a Colosseum thing. I wonder maybe it's not. Gukumats might be the dragon thing that he has.
Why do you persist in this folly? It's over!
Ow. Ow. Man. I got him to 61. That's not bad. That's not the worst thing in the world. Dude, a complete as we get our ass handed to us. Oof.
You boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks.
Well, to be fair, he has a twin, so that might just kind of happen. That might just be coincidence,
By
truly.
all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Oh, baby. It's the man. Get him, Thancred. Get him. Swing that gunblade dick around. Whip it out. Show him who's boss.
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
He literally catches, like, I think, here's the surprising thing about that, is that he catches the blade by, like he literally grabs the blade. It's not even like he grabs it between his hands. He literally just grabs it, which, I'm assuming that blade is sharp, which is kind of insane. The fact that he didn't just slice his thumb off is insane in itself, honestly. You activated my trap card! Superman.
Break!
And I'm about to break!
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
Oh no, my cube. Oh no, my GameCube portable.
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
Think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already.
I don't know why I was like, I'm just like looking at it and I'm just like, I'm expecting to say other stuff. And it's
Then
just,
again,
my
with a
brain is
soul
like
such as that,
super out of it right now. My brain is super out of it.
mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Secrets.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
Norvent. Ilmeg.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Ha! Old?
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way.
Haha, Thancred's old.
What brought you to Laxon Loft?
You're looking at her.
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own.
Yeah. We'll talk about this when we get home, young lady.
I found her too late to stop the Ulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Urianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Ulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Urianger.
Makes sense.
And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
Hells yeah. Also, kind of a given.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, young lady?
The hero from another world.
Oh, wow.
I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them.
Couldn't have waited. It's fine.
But
I get
with
it.
all the commotion
I'm pretty popular.
in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
Well, maybe you
And
should
would
have
I
asked.
have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore.
I mean, you could have just like, I don't know. I feel like you should have just asked your dad.
And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
See, this is why you need to ask your parents for permission, kids. This is exactly why.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Damn right. Damn right you're thankful.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Oh, they're here. They're here.
Poor thing.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us.
Yes, let us have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Uh-oh.
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who ventured into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path that seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm very sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Ilmeg, the fairy kingdom. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I can make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to visit their village, Lida Loran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly to their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Not far enough. There we go. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... So, there's a variety of plant native to these parts, with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies. Believe it or not, I'll explain how I know all this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls out to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Face scrub. You search the scrub but find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. Greetings, mortal. What is your name? I don't think I ever answered last time before when I did this, so I'll answer this time. Zhou Xin Zhou. A wonderful name. Pretty like morning dew, and funny like caterpillars. I shall slice it and splice it and make it all mine. All mine! And when your name is mine, so are you. Your body begins to feel heavy. Oh, God. Oh, this is a 1 minute debuff? Oh, this blows. Oh my God, it's a minute. I can't even Asuna it off. Oh, that sucks. That actually blows hardcore. Oh, dude. Okay. What is it that you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. I'm searching for a looking grass. It can't get worse, can it? Ah, yes, I know the plant. And being the kindly pixie that I am, I shall take you to it. Just close your eyes and focus on my voice. Set your mind adrift, and together we shall go to the ends of the realm. Alright. Am I slower? Oh, no, this is the normal style I was sprinting before. Right. I've made this. Oh, this is a problem. I've made this a problem now. I fucked up. I fucked up. Searching the scope, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. What brings you here? Stone deaf. How boring. Aha, not this time. Still, picking plants on our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Stay a while. Stay forever. What the fuck? I still got... What? This is bullshit. I still got slowed. This is garbage. This is bull. That's fucking lame. I take you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Here. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use. It actually feels so bad that I still got slowed regardless.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
I found you. The game is over.
No, we are found. How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait, I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Lay with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Right, alright.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
In return for
The
a
peculiar
visit,
one.
men
That's one way to
agreed
put
to
it.
a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
God. 1 week. Go 1 week and have a riddle contest.
Oh, that was
Oh,
so
my
much
brain.
fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we? Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
So we're trapped. Forever. That's what I heard.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3.
Or 8.
Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Oh god. I forgot that it splits it up. Soul Yuan's requests. Soul Yuan aches for your attention. Oh, look at me, look at me! I have a task for you! Lila Loran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than ever blooms. So here are some Everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Okay. Ooh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. I have to fly here. This would be a lot more annoying if I couldn't fly. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Verbert, or Borvert, or some such. But the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? You're done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This shall help Lila Loren live up to its name, which means Flower House, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that man had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too, forever and ever and ever. Yeah, we're gonna have to pass on that one, champ. Just not really feeling it. Old Sigun's plea. Old Sigun thirsts for your kindness. Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leafmen you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Longmirror Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Fwath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Why do I need 3 vials if there's only 2? Well, I guess I don't actually. I didn't get 3 vials necessarily. I got 2 vials. For some reason, I thought I was like in my head. I was like, I have 3 vials. Why do I only have 2 locations? Doesn't make any sense. And then I realized that my brain is just not. It's just not functioning today. I have checked out. You've given water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg, into stray mortals. But we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we hoped. It's never too late, of course. Sounds terrifying. That's actually really terrifying, you think about it. All the Leafmen are mortals who wandered into Ilmeg. So, like, they essentially just turned them into statues of shrubs. Like, that's a little scary. What if, oh god, what if they, like, retain their senses still? Like, oh god. Yaslala's errand. Yaslala hungers for your assistance. Oh, I'm so hungry, I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me all right. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village, you'll find a hillcock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. Coming. No! Okay. So hungry. Did you get the fruits? Here. Oh, thank you ever so much. You saved me. Yes, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. But you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to find those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Feels like an odd place to put Thancred, but okay. Unto the truth. Thancred looks just like you feel. Trying to I feel so tired. I'm trying to wake myself up here. How goes it, Joe? They want me to stay. So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have any memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. So if they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings such as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. Alvino's a ghost! Confirmed. Everybody, all the signs that got plucked from the source are actually ghosts here in the first. Can confirm now. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures. But where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Fail. What? You knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then summon this Fail, if you please. Software keyword. Fail to summon your pixie friend at the designated location. I can never remember if I have to just... I think that's a target. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, she may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Okay. Please. Fail. Cool. I need. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do it with more fire. Oh. Of branches. B-R-A-N-C-H-E-S. Please grant me your succor. Exclamation point. I don't like these say ones are so annoying. They're so annoying. Like I get it, but like they're so annoying.
You're late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting.
Sorry? Question mark?
But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
I'm sorry?
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
Dude, Alfredo got guts. He either has guts or he's got a death wish. One or the other.
So fervently, I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Hey.
Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well. If it isn't Fail, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village.
You wouldn't. Feel attacked.
Cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
I would be more attacked and offended if this weren't so true, technically speaking. Because I have a bunch of gear in my inventory. I definitely have several pots.
All right.
I think I have...
At least let us play with the
I
twins.
definitely know I have like some... I have a
Just while the
couple
others go
smoked
and
chickens
see
still in my
Urianger.
inventory from raid. Like... I'd be more offended if it wasn't so accurate.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Oof.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
The Kingdom of Rainbows.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Yes, ma'am. For Alphino and Alize's sakes, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had made... It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman in Scotland. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called. After the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should find the place. Come along. To the Bookman Shelves. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. God. Come, let's see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Aw, yeah. Look at that
Full
drip.
glad am
Look
I to
at that
see thee once
style,
more, my
baby.
friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
No buts. You have homework to do,
Another
young
one
lady.
for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I
And
take
no
it
coming
thou
back
hast
until
met
you
with
finish
our
your
other comrades
assignments.
already. That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest...
Yeah, the rest are gonna be
it
like
beginneth
that.
in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
I don't know what is up with me tonight. I'm like dozing
As I
off
drifted
so
hither to the
hardcore.
first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
Or as I like to call it,
Its potency
oh, wait,
defied
no.
all
Never mind,
reckoning.
JK. I was gonna call it magic cancer, but that's actually when you get poisoned by a light warden, JK.
Once released,
that's what
the
happens when you
gas
get
took
hit
on
by
a
a
life
city,
of
you
its
get
own,
magic cancer. Never
wreaking
mind.
untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Oh god, he's wearing his stupid cloak. Gross. No, it's fine. They're just sleeping. It's fine. They're just taking a nap. It's what I should have done.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
Oh?
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's a wheel. It's... Wait, hold on. I obviously know it's the elemental wheel, I think. Those all in the same places? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I recognize that wheel. It's the wheel from Eureka. It's something to do with magic. Yeah, I know. It's a thing with the magic and stuff.
'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source.
What normal classrooms teach you magic?
As the chart makes it plain, our world is composed of 6 elements,
It's like
in
knowing
addition
your
to which
colors.
there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive.
Right.
As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be...
Oops, shit.
Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes?
For those of you keeping track
I'm no
at home.
etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
So you telling me that we're actually in this 7th
'Tis indeed a compelling
umbral
question, and one
era?
which beareth closer examination.
And we are trying to prevent
Yet what
the
knowledge
8th
we already
astral
possess
calamity?
sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
Oh, okay. So that's what's happening. Okay. I actually didn't know what exactly
Black
was
Rose
happening.
slayeth by halting the
So,
circulation
okay,
of ether
I see.
within living beings.
I see. Okay.
Should
I
such
get
a
it
weapon
now.
be unleashed, even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
Then everything would stop.
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity.
Right. I understand how this works now. I remember the diagram from the Crystal XR. I remember the diagram.
Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged.
Right.
We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leargear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
Oh, dude. Same, man.
Henceforth
Totally can do it
shall
by
I
myself
accompany
and
you,
don't need actual
and
aid
do
from
all
another
in my
pixie.
power to ensure
sure.
that my vision doth not come to pass.
Be nice. I don't really feel like dying, so... Be cool. Be pretty cool if I didn't die. Courting cooperation. Urianger fixes you with his gaze. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? I didn't recognize you at first. Did you lose weight? Oh, it's so good. I wonder... Okay, I'm I would like to know all 3 of these, but I don't want to have to like keep doing the quest over again. So I'm wondering if I could pick the quest up, answer this question, pick the quest up, abandon it, and then restart. Because that would be actually pretty awesome. Alright, did you lose weight? Did I lose weight? If 'tis of flesh thou speakest, I cannot rightly say. However, in taking up astrology, I may have shed with some yawns of fabric. My present attire better suiteth the art. Though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Leagia, we must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of vivens and that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, show, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle for within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Okay. So I go to my journal. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's lame. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I can't abandon in New Game Plus. Okay. Damn. Oh god, I'm trying. Is this the entrance? Yes, it is. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Use Charlian Box to capture a weakened hawk. That's cool. Easy. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Here you go. One giant dragonfly. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Pt2 shall return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. I like that Urianger, before we even did anything, Urianger's like, do I look okay? Like, do I look like, oh, honey, you look great, Urianger. You look great, man. You look fabulous.
'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
White Orosite.
White Orosite, newly forged for thy use.
Fun.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
I was gonna say, that Orosite looks really bright.
May I come in now?
You may
Yes.
indeed, assuming you've finished.
Yes, as long as you've done your homework, the adults are done talking.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
Pat, pat. Do we have a head pet emote? Oh yeah, we do. We have like a pet. Yeah.
Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Nice.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Look at her, she's so excited. Mini-Philia, best Minfilia, 100%. She actually does shit. Though, that being said, I guess, like, OG Minfilia did stuff here too, I guess, but, like,
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
oh yeah, it's flashback time! No one has died yet, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I guess you can include the soldiers that we killed, but like, they don't.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
So yeah, this makes it sound like that every Minfilia previously, it's just been our Minfilia in a child's body, is what it sounds
But what
like.
if you're suffering?
So I mean, she's been doing stuff. She's been doing stuff. I wonder if there was like, it's like just an act that Minfilia
There must be something we
keeps
can
up.
do.
That's
Tell
like,
me.
I don't know who the previous Minfilia is. I just don't remember. Because it sounds like she's each vessel, each person
Should the
that she
day come when
inhabits
this child grows
is still
weary
her.
of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
Well, I mean, she already said goodbye to Flamine, so we already tied that loose end. And she technically already said goodbye to
It is
you,
not
so
their decision to make.
we also tied that loose end. So
It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred.
Look at preteen Minfilia. Oh my god.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day,
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Minfilia, wait!
Until that day, I'm gonna take a nap. Just nah.
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
So how do you want it to end, buddy? How how do you want it to end, champ? How does that make you feel, Thancred? Alright, good talk. Awesome.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
Honestly, the choice doesn't happen that soon. We've got a pretty good amount of time before the choice gets made. Let's be real here. Let's be real.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
It's a big book.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
It's a really big book. It's like the same size of her torso. Why am I getting shout locations here? This place is really pretty even without with a regular sky. I forgot how pretty this place was. Like, it's pretty normal, but it's also like in normal weather, but it's like with everlasting lights really pretty too. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful, let me tell you. The milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's Fae custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. The key to the castle. Sul-Un regards you with a munificent expression. Munificent. What does that mean? Wait, hold on. What does munificent mean? It's like, is that like mischievous? Munificent. Larger or more generous than is usual or necessary. Interesting. Interesting. So, what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Liagia. What a strange things to wish for! You might as well ask for your death! But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Ryanje. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? Well. So that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about the Light Warden? Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we decided to entrust it to you. It broke into 4? Wait a second. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got it. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we can get to watch what happens. Alright, well... Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fwath, the stone scepter is with the Pneumo, and the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. Okay. Easy enough. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Fwath. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. I never get my mobile out. Hells yeah, man. Oh, untouchable. I was like, where am I going? The dungeon portal blends in with the with the point. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Fwath are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake? Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Ryanje? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. You too, Ryanje? That you should be a kindred spirits. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. I love that if we, like, Ryanje doesn't blatantly admit it, but you know for a fact that he can't swim. And it's just like, it's funny, but it's also really sad. Well, aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals? What a treat! I, my comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, of course! You may have it. You shall have it! Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us, for we froth it's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less of what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate, and come hither to our domain, Don Meg. In your tongue, it means forbidden realm. Sounds forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water, our home wrought of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Yes, let us touch the untouchable gate. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense, sure. Sure. 73. I need to check one thing. I just need to check something real quick. Oh, I don't get Nascent Flash until 76? That blows hard. Alright. I just needed to see, if I get, when I get Nascent Flash, Nascent Flash, because of the fact, if I did, then I'm like, alright, we're gonna run Warrior basically for the rest of the game, but no, it's fine, we can run Dark Knight, it's cool. I wonder if going Hoyo would be better. If I had to do a trust for this, I might bring Thancred, because one of his lines in the dungeon is actually really good. It's just really funny. I'm shocked. You guys obviously can't see my chat log, but I'm getting shouts, and it's kind of surprising. Though I guess, I wonder if these, it seems like these shouts are happening in Ilmeg, so I guess it's fine, but it is weird. Especially because I got a shout ping. Yeah, I got a shout message. I got several shout messages for Raktika. I'm not sure if those are in Ilmeg. If they're people from that are in Ilmeg, that's really weird. Or no, if they're in Ilmeg, it makes sense. But if they're in Raktika and I'm getting shouts, that's super weird, because I shouldn't. Like, I should not be getting those. Hey. Like 9 minutes in. Why are they 9 minutes in? That's weird. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I wonder if they're tank DC'd. Yeah, because they haven't even made it to the first boss yet. And a lolly-ho to you all. Alright. Oh, good. Got a white mage. What? This machinist is gonna... That machinist is gonna die. That machinist is dead. Okay. Okay. Alright. I have a slight grasp as to how this party is operating. Lord Almighty, help me. The machinist returned. That's awkward. That's so awkward. That's super awkward, man. That's so awkward. Alright. What are you rocking? You're level 80. I'm sorry. Wait, what the fuck? Why do you have... What is this? What is this? Why are these level 78 and level 74? What is this? What is this? What? There's a problem. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's it. I'll actually say that in a second. Man, okay, so this party, we're gonna go light pulls, 100%, because I have concerns about this weapon. I have genuine concerns. They're level 80, so I'm assuming that they've been learning light. I'm gonna assume that they're learning light. Because if they're not, that's a concern. Oh, come on. I keep missing Tank Buster, and it's annoying because it's an easy way to proc TBN, and I'm like, god damn it. I don't have darkness. I do have it. I always think it's weird that Dark Knight, Edge, and Flood, they start off as Edge and Flood of Darkness, and then they upgrade to Edge and Flood of Shadow, because I feel like it should be reversed. That it should upgrade into Darkness and start off as Shadow instead. That was awkward. What is everyone else? We're level 70, which is fine. You are also level 70. Okay. Alright, so the Machinists and the Dragoon are literally having the bare minimum here, which is not their fault. It's fine. It's totally fine. But it also means that we are taking this slow. I do love the fact that the Machinist died from poison because it didn't get a suit up, and it just like never got healed to combat the poison, which is insane to me. And I don't know how that happened. And I was like, that Machinist is fucking dead. Like, that Machinist is hardcore dead. Nice. 99. Okay. How long have we been going? 2.5 hours? Thinking about what all happens in Ilbeg, I actually don't know if we'll be able to finish everything tonight that I want to finish. Just because there's just a lot of stuff that you have to do in Omeg. Like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, we might get there, but I don't know. So we'll see. And I can get up to maybe the Numo. Depending on how long we've been going and I get up to the Numo part, I might keep going, but I'm not sure. gonna live this. It'll proc TBN. Why did the white mage put cure on themselves? Oh, it's a free cure. I want to like criticize this white mage, but I don't play white mage, so I don't know what you're supposed to do and what you aren't supposed to do. I mean, it feels kind of wrong, but I'm like, This boss fight weirds me out. But you'll see, I'll explain why in a second. So this is why this boss fight weirds me out. And it's because of you're obviously supposed to get bigger. You're supposed to get in front of the tethers, and then you increase in size and you get bigger to match the boss. Because the boss is gonna get a tether no matter what. And so it weirds me out because like it's definitely a noticeable difference when you get bigger. But like it's a noticeable difference, but it's also subtle enough still that you can't quite notice it, and it's really weird. It weirds me out. Oh, I already used Shadow Wall? Oh, F me. Also, I just now noticed that the Timbeer is actually Timbeer, which actually makes me a little. I mean, it's supposed to be Timber, but it keeps going with the ER, so it's Timbeer, and that bothers me. Timbeer. Timbeer. Holy mother of God. Ow. Okay. That was insane. Wow. I have never seen that before. I have never seen that before. That was very surprising. Wow. Did I not block? Did I block one? I thought I blocked one. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Because I know I saw 3 go in, and I thought thought I was blocking one, but I feel like maybe someone else was blocking one. Because there was 3 on my left. There were 3 tethers on my left. I could have sworn there was one right behind me. But maybe I wasn't. Maybe I just thought there was. Jesus, that was big though. Man, that hurt. That hurt real bad. Okay. Take 2. Awkwardly, this dungeon is taking longer than whatever they did to trust. I'm unsure if the white mage knows what they're doing. I think like the machinist knows what they're doing. They're the one that was also explained this stuff after I explained it. Did you really say anything? Trying to figure out this mystery. Ooh, can I get hit with Dragoons as well? Nice! He's in range! Hells yeah, man! I am blocked. That was weird. It's weird because so it's weird that we're in large. That's what to say with this. We've grown, but like it looks like we are actually more. We look average size compared to the scenery, you know. Like we look average size, and it's weird because I feel like we already should have been average size. But we're not now. It's odd. Or we should be the average size normally. We shouldn't have to grow, you know? I don't know. I'm trying to explain myself. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm explaining myself very well. Either way, this boss is like, it's just weird. This boss is weird. It's a weird boss. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a weird boss. Eh? just going a smidgen harder. Now for one of my favorite boss fights. I actually really do like the boss fight. I just think it's really creative. I love boss fights that make you utilize like the space of the arena in just like literally any way. Okay, yeah, this white mage is viewing the cutscene, which confuses me now. I'm like even more confused. I'm even more confused because they have level 78 and level 80 gear. And you got the achievement? I'm lost. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why are you how do you have level 80? How do you have level 80 stuff? And yet never done this? Like, did you just level hardcore in other places? Before you started Shadowbringers? I'm so confused by it. You know what? Whatever. Oh, they're all screwed. Ooh, that machine is just out of range. Just barely out of range. White mage is gone. You have to be in the thing in order to do damage. Yeah, you have to be in the thing in order to do damage. The Dragoon felt it. Do this myself. I have to do this myself! I got there, baby. I hardcore carried that. Woo, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Oh, my way, man. I actually never knew that you had to be inside the veil in order to actually do damage to it. I never knew that, actually. I think it might just be because I've always just been in it, so I've never noticed. And so it's just like, I've always known that I get the buff, and I'm like, alright, I got the buff, whatever. But, yeah, I never actually knew that. I feel like that machinist probably doesn't know that. They definitely were outside, and I don't think they were doing any damage. But it's okay, they have me to carry the team! And then the White Mage and Dragoon just never really made it. I think the Dragoon made it at the last second. Oh, my White Mage. Ooh, the machinist. The machinist was just barely on the edge. That was bad. That's unfortunate. Bye, Dragoon. Sweet. I'm probably not gonna get the trellis, which was bad. Yeah, this... You confuse me. I guess it's Neo... Okay, yeah, it's Neo X-Card and X-Card King, so I guess you bought it, but it's level 80, which means that... Like, that just confuses me so much, because they got the achievement for mapping the realm, and they are watching the cutscene, which signifies to me that they never done the dungeon before, which confuses me because that just means that they're a level 80 white mage and they're going through MSQ for the first time. Like, I'm lost. I'm absolutely lost. Like I think my biggest problem is that they're level 80 already and they're going through MSQ for the first time. So like it just hurts my soul to think about the amount of XP that they're not putting into anything else.
Well fought.
Like if we were at like Mount Gulg or like a level 80 like or like near the end of the MSQ, like I get it. It makes sense. Like all right, sure. Like we're near the end of the MSQ. There's not too much stuff to put into experience. Like sure, whatever. But like this isn't even the halfway point yet. It's like goddamn.
But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
You're welcome.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course.
Right.
There it
it's
is.
A weird pause. I don't like that.
Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
Right. That makes sense. Is that the real one or the fake one? I've seen this trap before.
But you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
You hitting on me? Are you hitting on me? I don't think he's hitting on me.
Oh, I want to see more of her.
I don't like that.
Yes, I could watch her forever.
Yeah, stop looking at me. Stop looking at me!
Why don't we just make her one of us?
Don't look at me! One
Yes,
of us.
one of us.
One of us. One of us.
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Is this still part of the dungeon? Is this still part of the dungeon? I feel bad for Urianger on this one. Like, I feel bad for both Albino and Urianger. Like, the bot tried to drown me, and like, man, that feels bad. I'm fine, Alize's fine, Thancred's probably fine. But like, oof. Poor Albino and Urianger, honestly. Feels so bad. Oh, hey, Ghost Boyfriend. What are you up to?
Ah, you're alive.
Yeah.
Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
I feel like that's to insinuate that I probably would have drowned. I definitely was under long enough to drown. I feel like that insinuates that I was under long enough that I probably drowned at this point.
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Froth is do not deal with the Froth. It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them.
Yeah, we definitely drowned. We definitely technically drowned.
Your friends are safely
Feels
back on
bad.
dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
Yeah, we for sure, yeah. That just all but that basically solidifies it. We for sure 100% were under way too long and we would have just drowned straight up had we not been able to breathe underwater. It was bad.
That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside.
I don't think I've had lamb before. Maybe once or twice.
All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
In Meadow Lane! So when Arbor disappears, where does he go? He just cease? Does he just cease to exist, or like, where does he go? You just go like brood somewhere else. Imagine he just like goes brood somewhere else instead. Like, whatever, man. Whatever, dude. I'm going back in. Nay, my lady, exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee thee, rest a moment. There was nothing where we looked. Show! Ooh, spooky ghost! Why was Alize worried about us? I feel like Alize was super worried. She knows we can breathe underwater. Like, I was fine. If anything, I took a nap. Like, actually, all I did was just take a nap, essentially. Dear gods. Were it not for Sorbonne's blessing, but I need not labor the point. I'm glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were? To wash up on the shore only to find you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Floth kept that part of the bargain, at least. Alize, you know I can breathe underwater. I was with you when we got it. Like, again, if anything, I just took a nap underwater. Like, whatever, dude. While there were certain twists and turns, our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for wetness. Ha! See what you did there, Thancred. Oh, thank goodness you're still here. So, Ewan, is something amiss? A great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg. Mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. The Ilmoran army, at a guess. Meaning we can play with them? As much as you like. But just to be sure, I will return with you to confirm their identities. If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. If Alphino is coming, then Alize will be too, yes? Can't have one without the other, you know. That's how twins work. Alright, just remember, we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry, I've done this sort of thing. It's fine. Defeating the Light Warden would have always fallen to me, so I'm used to it. Perhaps, but I would feel better if we were there to assist you. Back to cheering you on from afar. See you afterwards, my friend. I like that Alphino says perhaps. Like, maybe, who knows? Maybe I would kill the Light Warden. Like, Alphino, shut up. Sit down, shut up, and go play with the pixies. A visit to the Pneumo. Urianger is eager to press on with the hunt for the Fey relics. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the 2 remaining bearers of the relics, the Pneumo are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fey folk, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest to men and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. So it is 11:20. We've been going for about 3 hours now. Okay. We'll go another hour and then see where we are then. And if we're close enough to the trial, we'll wrap everything up. But if not, then probably not. Past yonder cliff lieth Plaeni, home to the Pneumo. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. The Imperator. Thought I heard something. I think it might have been the bear. There's another person that got a bear mount. I think that was probably what I heard. If the path striketh thee as precipitous, 'tis because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Verbert. 'Twas only when the Floth came in the wake of the flood that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the Lights, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, an entire world. That it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet in spite of all the tragedy which surrounded me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. Really? You're glad that you're a spooky spirit ghost? 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness in Minfilia, lest thou forget. Right, it's your fault. Right. Alright, I remember this. Your fault, got it. Therefore, even were there no eighth umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus do I labor for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. Ah, he said the thing! He said the thing! That's the thing that... Ah, he said it! He said it! The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Aha! Mortals! Just as we thought! Hello. Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha! Nothing so boring! We smelled you coming and we thought we'd come to play! They do not appear to be the pixies of Lita Larad. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day. Oh, in some haste, are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Tee. Rude. Teleportation magic. For mercy, we were not sent far from our course. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fey Cloak, 'tis called. A most ingenious magic, which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. I wonder if that could be a Blue Mage spell. Probably not, because we have to fight with Blue Magic. We would, well, I mean, no, probably not. Probably not. I'm just trying to think of like what level 80 stuff would I get as a Blue Mage. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will only serve to give thy presence away. Alright. Alright. I have the thing on me, so... It's weird that I don't look different. See me! Get wrecked, idiots! Okay. Wow, this lasts... Wow, they really, like... they really just wanted you to succeed in this. How long does this last? The pixies leave, disappointment written on their faces. Man, I was actually surprised that worked so well. I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? You didn't see the pixies? I see. Yes, I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You're hereby forgiven. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate it. In other good news, the Numo village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Urianger deigns to join us. I'm so glad Thancred forgave us. I don't know what I would have done with my life if he didn't. They lit in mushrooms. Ho. Mortals! Mortals are here! Lots of them! I want to do the voice. I gotta be like more nasally. Like I'm sick. That didn't make it sound like I'm sick. I thought you said the Numo were man's best friend. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. 'Twas beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. I have to have so many mortals appear at once. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't sound sick unless I actually am sick. It's more excitement than we can bear. Greetings, Elder Windank. Tier Ni, it hath been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We come to borrow the stone scepter of the Numo. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over Liagia? That is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, we Numo have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. Just hand over the goddamn staff. I'm in a rush. Such discourtesy. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this woman is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, she hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. She is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but that she harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin-Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Urianger. If you have placed your faith in this woman, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin-Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps. We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Yomoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee simply to roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now, a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightest fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch? You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to man. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair! Unfair, I tell you! This is weird. This is weird the first time, it's weird again. In happier times, it was our honor to assist mortals in need and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Verbert fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Ooh, very well. Oh, there we go. Very well, Urianger. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here the while and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? What does it sound like? Something it must sound like. I like that they're essentially dogs. The Numo are essentially dogs, and I'm just like, this is weird. This is a little too weird. When Annex sniffs at you expectantly. They're dogs! They're fucking dogs! You offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see. Perhaps you can begin with mine Os. They are one of our foremost artisans, once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Verbert. With the Knights gone, however, Marnos has no opportunity to put their skills to use. They would be overjoyed for your patronage. Okay. $1,182, $1,183, $1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Hello? Who? What? Where? Wait, you're a mortal! Huzzah! Huzzah! Well met. Yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Nubo. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, please, please give their legs and your patronage to me. Okay, Jesus Christ. I'm going. Lord. I don't really need to repair my gear though. I'm a crafter. I'm an omni-crafter, so like I'm pretty good on that part, honestly. A little awkward. Ah, you are returned, and with the moss fungus legs, I hope. They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder, used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheath. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. 1, 2, 3, 2. You asked for 2, I give you 2. Huzzah! 2 moss fungus legs as befits the work. Ah, to have neither more nor less expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy. You see, for there to be honor in a task, we must receive precisely what is worth. Too little means you belittle our ability. Too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment. I mean, I can inspect my own equipment, honestly, so... I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I'm pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Here's the coin, which you may pay me with when you desire to have work done. Many thanks for your patronage. Did you just give me money? You just give me money? Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, may I suggest just give your one yonder? Judging from your equipment, it's plain you are no stranger to battle. I believe Yiskiv will have something to offer you. All of my services cost money, but here, I'll pay you so you pay me. Spore Sweeper. Yivgir's eyes light up at the sight of you. I have to have so many men visit us at once. This is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We would tend to them with magic, except they leave behind a harmful ash. We've no choice but to pluck them out one at a time. Now, you will be curious as to what I have to offer. I am a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Choicest. You've already removed the flame spores? How very quick you are! Oh, but did you perchance search by the western entrance as well? I'm told that more have cropped up in that area. As you plug the last of the flame spores, you sense a gaze from the entrance. Who goes there? What do you want, child? I wasn't spying on you or anything. I just finished my task, and I should go and report back. Yeah, that's right, run away. Yeah, that's right, run away from me. Damn nosy kids. Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses, for a little while at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again, it reminds me of the old days. Fair every day, I would carry my wares to the castle to offer in exchange for men's patronage. Back then, the castle wasn't called Liagia. The Verbertites built it, and they called it Grunes Licht. It was their last bastion in the struggle against sin eaters, and now they're gone, all of them, nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I would be glad to offer them to you, for a fitting price, of course. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider Widlad? Widlad. They've been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honorable task would cheer them up. Widlad. The lawless ones. Widlad's ears appear droopy, even by Newmore standards. What? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The lawless ones took my invisible ink, and without it I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the lawless ones? They're Numo like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honor they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you can take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I will consider it your patronage, and by way of my service, I will make you something very special. Excuse me, Sho, but I couldn't help overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, would you let me accompany you? I would learn from you, and help in what little way I can. You're welcome to join, sure. Auntie Sho's got you. Thank you so much. The lawless ones make their lair to the south, inside of a cave called Father Collar's Chambers. They took my many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring as many as back as possible. Father Collar's... Fuck. Father Collard's Collar. Not gonna walk all the way there. Not in the mood. Does it feel dark? Okay. The game. It's because New Game Plus, it knows the sky is... Yeah, that's fun. That's actually kind of funny. Father Collard's oh my god. Father Collard's Chambers, that's it. It's through here. I peered inside and sure enough, it was milling with Numo. They looked none too friendly. If Thangu were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up. I'll find all the ink I can and then come back outside. See you shortly. Get in there, Minfilia. Get in there. You got this, I believe. Ah, bitch. I'm out.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are.
Hello.
Those Numo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
see you use daggers.
Thancred taught me, but I'm still a novice.
Makes sense.
The Minfilius before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army.
Right, heard about that.
But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight. Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens.
That seems kind of sketch.
I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me.
So sad. It's so sad.
Because I'm not her.
It's so
I'm
sad.
Not his Minfilia.
Oh, baby. No. No, sweet summer child, no. I mean, yes, but also no.
Once,
oh, sweet baby
we
child.
journeyed to Nabatha Rang together. To the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood.
It's fine. She's at that age. She's got a little angst going. It's fine. It's just a phase. She'll grow out of it.
I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded.
He does that. He does that a lot. Like, the fact that he's been doing it for 5 years is... It's not healthy, I'll be honest.
There's nothing
it doesn't
I can
seem all
do
that
for
healthy
him.
now. He should really get
Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss.
It's fine. You're not thinkers. You're not his therapist. It's not your job.
She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you. Because I knew that was what she wanted.
I mean, yeah, it's what she wanted. But at the same time...
But now that you're here...
You know what I want?
I'm not entirely sure what it was she
I
intended me to do.
I want someone that can carry themselves in a fight and doesn't want me to come to the Waking Sands all the time.
Was I meant to tell you something or bring you to someone?
You know,
somewhere?
here's something that I noticed about Minifillia, alright? You know, regular like OG Minfilia is always like, pray return to the Waking Sands. This Minfilia, she came to us. That's actually already leaps and bounds better. The fact that she came to us is like, wow, you had to return to me? That's fucking dope, dude. Wow. Color me impressed, truly. Oh yeah, this happened. I feel like...
What is that?
I feel like a lot of the beginning of Shadowbringers has like major horror thriller vibes, and then like after Omega, it just drops off, and then it's just really just depression.
Why? Why did you imprison us?
Yeah, like with Amarang, like the stuff like with Amarang, and then this stuff right
boredom.
here, like...
Such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair.
Yeah, like the beginning of Shadowbringers, they went with this whole like horror thriller motif, and then they just kind of just dropped off.
Come and play with us.
They went from horror to just, no, we're just gonna have depression instead. That's fine.
It came from the castle.
Yeah, it did.
This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Numo.
Okay, where are you going?
I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I don't know why. I thought she was like gonna go, I don't know, investigate the castle. And I'm just like, you know what you shouldn't do? That. You definitely shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea. I'm not walking. I refuse to walk all the way back there. Even it is on my flying turtle mount. Your Majesty, we had no choice. Please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Aha, yes. This is the ink, and almost all of it, too. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse. But thanks to you, it's simply bad again. What, you had the vision too? Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a sin eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in the desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time, we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I will give you the service I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well. I don't know what he gave us. I don't know what he gave us. I don't remember. I don't remember what he gave us. Weird lad looks a satisfied Numo. Ah, there's nothing like an honorable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that Elder Wood Anik returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they'll have tidings for you. There you are. I'm informed that you have been an excellent patron to our people. For that, you have my thanks. Now then, you will be pleased to hear that we've come to a decision regarding the scepter. If you would gather your companions, I would deliver your answer. Our answer. Before I begin, please allow me to express my gratitude for your kind patronage. Having been deprived of purpose for so long, our people are overjoyed at being able to serve again. But on the matter of the stone scepter, during our deliberations, we were forced to concede that we will never have the power to deal with our fallen monarch. We can release Titania neither from the castle nor from torment. In light of this, we have decided to entrust their fate to you. Take it, the stone scepter of the Numo. This makes 3 relics. One more and we can arrange a meeting with the warden. Ere you continued your quest, allow me to enlighten you as regards your foe. Know that Titania is not a name, but a title bestowed upon one chosen to lead the pixies by the grace of nature. This leader, upon Ilmaig's founding, arose as ruler of all Fae folk to bring order to our riotous kind. In our turn, we Fae folk render our blessing unto nature, unto water, wood, and wind, that our king might be further empowered. Though they are become a sin eater, their powers remain unchanged. When you face them, be prepared to face the full fury of nature. Oh dear, is there anything else that we should know? Anything else? Only that if you feel unready for the challenge, and none here would blame you for it, you're welcome to remain among us a while longer. After all, I myself have yet to enjoy your patronage, and who knows when I will have And who knows when I will next have the chance. We would see that you are comfortable, of course, and do all in our power to make you feel at home. Oi! Honestly, I look away for one moment and every fairy and their nuncle tries to steal my sapling from me. This is my sapling. Mine! Do you hear? Not yours, and not the Flaut's, and anyone who so much as thinks about trying to seduce her will wish they hadn't. The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought of crystal. They are held in the Amaro safekeeping at their settlement, Wokeldorf. It beareth mentioning that these Amaro are unlike those which thou hast heretofore encountered. Owing to a peculiarity of evolution, they are capable of speech, and thus we might negotiate with them as we have the Fae folk. Though it saddened us to see you leave, we wished you well on your way. When you arrive at Wolleckdorf, seek out the largest of the Amaro. His name is Seto, and he is their leader and the bearer of the relic. Cool. To Wolleckdorf. Beowulf's kind of clingy. Makes sense though. We're a catch. Oh right. I am not walking. That's not happening. That's super, super not happening. Enormous Amaro. Aw, he's sleepy. An enormous Amaro slumbers peacefully. Seto! Hey! Artbert? Nope. Just Chuck Testa. Hello. Oh, forgive me. I was having a dream. Seldom do men visit us. What brings you to our village? Did I hear you aright? You desire the crystal shoes that you may confront the Light Warden. No, you mustn't think such thoughts. Even if you are indeed immune to the Light's corruption as you claim, vanquishing the king will bring you naught but sorrow. Forget this folly. Return whence you came. While we appreciate your concern, we have no choice in the matter. Will you not reconsider? Come, my friends, let us leave him with his thoughts. Tis harder by far to change the minds of they who mean well than they who mean ill. Forgive me, but I'm not sure I understand. And little wonder, 'tis the first time thou hast set foot here. 'Twould behoove you all to learn something of the nature of this community. I think there is no surer way than to speak with its members. In such wise, you will come to understand Seto's reason for refusing us, and I hope gain an insight into how he may yet be persuaded. So I bid ye seek out the Amaro and make yourselves known unto them. A gentle touch shall suffice by way of a greeting. You want us to go pet Amaro, is what I got from that. What I took away from that conversation was, let's go pet Amaro, in which I'm not going to refute that and argue, but I just want to make it clear that I'm pretty about this. Rispa. Oh, I have to actually slash pet. That's awkward. Okay. How long has it been since last I felt man's touch? I cannot help but be reminded of my master's hand. He was a knight of Verbert, a noble and valiant soul. But like so many others, he died fighting the Sin Eaters. Though he is long departed, I remain in this land out of respect for his memory. Cool. That was sad. That was sad. I feel like it's gonna get sadder. Oh, did I say think? I know. Are you one of those treasure hunters? There's nothing left for you here. Oh, right. Slash pet. Keep forgetting. That tickles. No, I never had a master. I'm not accustomed to it. Not that I dislike your kind, you understand? On the contrary, we Amaro were bred to be fond of men. In the beginning, we were all of us mindless beasts, but then a mage of Ronka gave us the gift of intelligence, that we might better serve our masters. After that empire fell, those with the gift eventually died out. On rare occasions, however, we are born with the seed of our ancestors in us. If we live long enough amongst men, this seed may quicken, restoring the power of speech to us amongst other things. So it was with me, though I never had a master, as I told you. Man, it's Ronkins. It's always the Ronkins. Right. Slash pet. Nimbus. What's happening? Why am I being petted? It's wonderful. Seldom do we have the chance to enjoy the attentions of men. Your kind are loath to come here for fear of the Fey folk. But then we are Fey folk too. When first we made our home here, we swore an oath to the Fairy King, you see. 'Tis easy to forget sometimes. Thou hast peered into the hearts of the Emperor, I take it? Then thou canst not choose but see the intense and abiding love they bear for men. It is out of concern for our welfare, and not scorn, that Seto seeketh to dissuade us from confronting their king. Yet confront their king we must, and to that end we must needs have the crystal shoes. A resounding roar. Urianger's brow is furrowed in thought. Sho, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Seto in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worrieth most. Tell him of thy many great deeds, spoken in earnest. Thy words may yet move him to change his mind. Okay. It's okay, alright, all good, Urianger. If there's anything I'm good at, it's humble bragging. You have spoken with my brethren. Then you see, it is not out of scorn that I deny the relic. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die. Not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on us even once fills our hearts with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. Well, I'll win, so, you know. I'll just win instead, because that's just what I do. What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? This land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Fey folk to change. And in order to obtain the other relics, you will already have paid the due price. Not more is owed. Why then would you risk all to face our fallen king? Because no one else can, and they're bad. What did you say? The very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Sin Eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you are well prepared, then meet me in the clearing to the east. There I will lure out the fiends, that you may slay them. I will use my voice to lure out the Sin Eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. A feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the tricks. But come, we begin at your signal. Ready then? Very well. Jesus. That's a lot. You made short work of those creatures, I will not deny it. I've seen enough, let us return to Wolleckdorf. By the ease with which you slew those Sin Eaters, I see that you are capable. However, I still require time to think, and if you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. Memento of a friend. Said it would make a personal request. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please hear my tale. A while ago, I fought Sin Eaters who had wandered into Ilmeg. In the heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession, a medallion. Of all the places that it should fall, it was Longmirror Lake. We, Emmer, are not fond of water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. I briefly entertained the thought of turning to the Fuath, but they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I had despaired of retrieving my treasure, but having seen what you are capable of, perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go and search for my medallion? If it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. Alright. We're going swimming. There's no good... We could have gone to Planning. Got it. Alright. Yeah, right. Ah, you are returned. How fared your search? Is this your medallion?
Ah, my medallion! You found it! Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul. He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak. But we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories. This medallion he found during an adventure. Fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy. His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
I'm sad again.
Artbert.
I'm sad again.
Everyone blamed him for the flood. Him and his comrades. Some few who spoke up for them. Of the many whose lives they had touched.
I'm actually like
as the
getting
years
like
went by, their voices were
it's
drowned
not as bad
out
when I
by
first
those
played
who
it.
only uttered the
Like when I first played it, I
names
definitely
as a
teared up
curse.
really hard, but like there's still just like a little bit
was
of
too
like,
much to bear.
oh god.
And so
It
I
still
left
just
behind
makes me so
men
sad.
and their lies, and came to this place. Artbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
It's so sad. Ghost boyfriend, no! Come back! It hurts my soul! It hurts me!
You
I'm sad
remind me
again.
of your kindness.
I hate this game.
When we Amaro were
Fucking hate this
created,
game.
we
This
were
game
granted
sucks.
the ability to
This game's
perceive
dumb.
souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But due perhaps to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely. It is reminiscent of Ardbird's. Strikingly so. Of course, you are you and no one else. We are defined not by the soul we are born with, but the path we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic. It is yours.
Do we not? Okay. Huh.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
The only relic we actually ever saw was the crown. I don't think I saw any other
Something happened at Lida Loran.
relic. Low key.
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Il Meg. At first they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks seemed to work on him, which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Ranjit. If he manages to find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught.
As thou sayest. Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers. Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success.
Easy
So
enough.
the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Yes.
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
Nuh-uh, you're too young. You must be this tall to slay light
No,
wardens.
Minfilia. You'll only get underfoot. Now come.
Better luck next time, kid.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
Yep. You must be this tall to ride the... you must be this tall to slay the light warden. I just barely meet that requirement, honestly. Actla Ormin. Seto would wish you well on your way. Forgive me, it seems my indecision has cost you precious time. But I'm convinced now, convinced that you will triumph. To the south, you will find the bridge to Liagia. As the bearer of the 4 relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. I think... we're about 4 hours already, about 5 minutes off. I'm gonna stop here for tonight, unfortunately. I wish we could go on, but I know that when we beat Titania, we're gonna have like a bunch of really long cutscenes, and I'm like, let's save all that, and then because we can run Titania and then immediately go into Raktika and do all that jazz. So I think on that note, guys, that is it for me tonight. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Actually tomorrow we'll be starting early tomorrow night I have a friend of mine who has asked me to run some raids with her. So we'll be going back into E12S from 7 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. And then after we're done raiding, then I can go later tomorrow night. And we can try to get through maybe half a Recteaker or something like that. And we'll do it that way. But as always though, my name is Shogun Shin, you the audience, and I'll see you guys next time.